started. This is yours truly, Christine, with Exhibit Africa Inc. I'm here to celebrate or share some information about another legend from the continent of Africa. We're going to be dancing to his music. I want to thank you so much. First of all, I want to apologize, and then I want to thank you so much for your patience, for those that are still hanging here. So let's get this started. All right, so the legend we're going to be talking about today is Manu Dibango. So I'm going to give you some background information. There is tons of information about this artist, okay? He's one of my favorite artists. I've compiled, I've added him to my playlist. So at any point, if you feel like you want to check out some of the music we're going to use here, please feel free, which is on my YouTube channel, which is yours truly, Christine. So in the meantime, we're going to be here together. And then when we're done and you feel like you like the music, you want to listen to this music uninterrupted, then you can go ahead and enjoy that. So to start off this our program, let me give you some background information. As I said, there's tons of information about him, so we're gonna do it in segments. We're gonna mix it up, some information, some music, some dance, as we roll on with the hour. How about that? Okay, so here is some information. As far as The Guardian goes, I'm borrowing this from The Guardian. Unfortunately, Manu Dibango passed away he passed away last year. Well, we're going to find out some more information about his passing and all that. But let's get started. Let's get some background information about this legend. Okay, so to kick that off, I'm gonna borrow, let me borrow an article here from The Guardian. It actually does a beautiful breakdown about the artist. Okay. All right, so this was an obituary that was put together by The Guardian. And so I'll walk you through. It kind of talks about him briefly and then talks about what happened to him as his passing and all that. Okay, so here we go. Dibango, a saxophonist and songwriter who fused jazz, funk, and traditional Cameroonian music. The musician Manu Dibango, who died, now this article was written on the 24th of March 2020, so this was an obituary, but I read through it and I kind of like how they do a breakdown about the about Manu. So I'm gonna share some information, and then we'll take a minute just in honor of him. So the musician Manu Dibango, who died at the age of 86 after contracting COVID-19, covered a vast spectrum of styles, from traditional African root music to jazz, soul, Afrobeat, reggae, gospel, French chanson, Congolese lumba, salsa, and solo piano. Most importantly, he was a founding father of funk. So we're just going to take a minute or so just in honor of Manu Dibango. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so let's continue on. So in 1972, he made his mark with his hit Soul Makossa. As soon as it was released as the B-side of the tribute to the Cameroonian football team, there were at least 5 different cover versions in the American charts. The use of the refrain, Mama Say, Mama Say, Mama Say Makossa, on Michael Jackson's Wanna Be Starting Something from his 1982 album Thriller, and Dibango's substantial compensation 2 decades later. Now, if you know that song, you've heard of that. You've heard of this. You've heard of these words being used, Makossa. So he's actually these words originally came from his music. So let's move on. Dibango was an unmistakable figure with a shaved head, shades and a benign grin, and a deep, reverberating laugh. The instantly recognizable tone of his music was always swinging, melodic, and invigorating. Although best known as a saxophone, Dibango was also a consummate keyboard and vibraphone player and a great arranger who could get the best from a quarter to a 28-piece orchestra. As he said, what is special is that Africa has a long historical relationship with sound and a communion between sound and the visual stronger than any other culture. The sound carries the rhythm and the movement creates the image. The way an African moves compared with the environment is different from the Western concept. Those were his words. So I will share some more information with you about him. But first, let's listen into his music so you can get a sense of what I'm talking about. Okay? So the very first track we're going to start with is, let's see. So this track is called Africa. This was a live performance he did in Europe, but I like this sound, so I thought I should share this sound with you. So I hope you like it. And the name of the track is called Africa. All right, so here we go. Let's enjoy this. I hope you can see me, guys. I know the lighting is not the best, but we're gonna work with this. I'm multitasking, so let's get moving. Shoes off, shoes off.
Dolo otutu na su omile mama su mese bisoba se na dolo yese.
Okay, so that's first. That's his very first track, the very first track we're playing here. Again, welcome to Exhibit Africa Live. This is yours truly, Christine. I want to thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate, as we wrap up September, which is a very special month for us. As I mentioned, September is our 11th anniversary, is our anniversary. It's an annual anniversary. But due to COVID, and we've been really restricted on how much we can do, and in the previous years, we've actually held exhibitions where we have artists, where we have vendors, we choose a location and we have people come and participate, and we also have performances, and we really miss out on that. But given the circumstances with COVID-19, just like everybody else, we've had to make changes, and going virtual has been one of them. And fortunately, it's been fantastic. We've learned a lot along the way. We've made the adjustments. We're still learning, making mistakes here and there, but nevertheless, we're not giving up. We're hoping we're going to get better with time, but it's great that as much as we can't physically do this, we're glad that we're reaching you wherever you are. It's giving us an opportunity to connect. So that is the beauty of going virtual. So if you're watching us, I want to thank you so much for joining us. If you want to get to know a little bit about Exhibit Africa, you have questions, feel free to ask. But if you have a moment, you can go online, go on Google, check out Exhibit Africa online magazine. You get some more information about Exhibit Africa. But I'm also glad to share if you have any. All right, so we're going to move on to the next track. But before we do that, let's continue on with that article as far as Dibango goes. So let's get some his birthplace and where he came from and his journey with music. So Emmanuel Dibango was born in Douala, French-administered Cameroon. His father was a high-ranking civil servant, his mother a fashion designer, and both parents were devotee Protestant who disapproved of secular music. Manu received encouragement from the musical director of his church choir and broadened his musical perception with a bamboo flute and a homemade guitar. In 1994, he was in the school choir for the state visit of Charles de Gaulle to Cameroon. At that time, that was the French president. So he was in the choir. So here we go. As we continue on, during the Second World War, West Africa provided many reluctant recruits to the Allied forces, and Dibango would recall helping to cut loose the ropes binding volunteers press-ganged into the French army. One of them was his uncle. Now, in 1949, his parents sent him to France to study, and as an incentive, promised to pay for his music lessons. He arrived on the steamer, which is a boat or a sail ship, as some may call it, to take up his education at Saint Calalis in the region of Sartève, that's France. I'm sorry if I haven't pronounced that right. The only black child in the small country town, he got on well with his schoolmates who remembered him bringing his first bananas they had ever seen. For this part, he found snow exotic and tried to post some in an envelope to his home. Very funny. Anyways, we'll continue on later on with this. So let's get back to another track by Manu Dibango, and this was a track he also did on a live concert. I love this track, so that's why I decided to share this with you. I hope you enjoy it. So let's listen in on this one. Okay, here we go. So this is called Bashiwara.
Vous allez bien?
So I'm managing a few things here as we listen into the music. Okay, so just want to make sure I don't lose anybody here. Okay, well. Guys, I'm multitasking here. I'm in the studio alone today, so I'm trying to do as much as I can. And I just want to make sure I'm not losing my TikTok friends there. Guys there. Chimonerewa Shiwara Chimogerewa Shiwara Chimogerewa Shiwara Chimogerewa Shiwara Chimogerewa Shiwara
Chimongelewa na wachiwara gono.
Oh, what's going on here? Come on, Dibango. Let's do this. All right. Okay, that was Washiwara. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you think? I love his. I mean, he does it all, but I like that jazzy side of the jazzy side of the music, and I like how he blends that with African, and that's the beauty with African music. I mean, if you're playing African drums, they're gonna go well with the saxophone. They're gonna go well with the piano. I love how he blends this. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm doing. Once again, I want to welcome you to Exhibit Africa Live. This is yours truly, Christine, with Exhibit Africa Inc. We're winding down the month of September. What are you doing today? Well, I'm glad that you're here. Glad you're here. So, so that's why we celebrate. We celebrated at the beginning. If you missed our 4th anniversary celebration, you may want to check out my YouTube channel. So we had a celebration at the very first beginning, and we're celebrating the sounds of Keita, who's a Cameroonian artist, and today I'm here. I'm sorry, he's from Mali. Today we're celebrating Cameroon, and we're celebrating the sounds of Manu Dibango. With the virtual celebrations we've been having, I kind of like to bring in we have a lot of beautiful music from the continent. We have legends that are hardly heard of, and sometimes the language becomes a barrier because some of the artists are performing in their own languages, but other artists are performing in either Anglophone or Francophone because of the colonial history we've had. So sometimes we do not, if you're French speaking, then we're not so much bothered with the English music. And then if you're English speaking, then we're not much bothered with music that comes from Francophone countries. But I think as Africans, we should get out of our boxes and listen to the music. As they say, music transcends all borders. Even if you don't understand the language, there's something about African music. It touches your soul, and the vibe just gets you going. So Exhibit Africa, this is what we like to do. We showcase the arts, culture, and lifestyle. And today I'm really excited to be sharing the sounds of Manu Dibango. So before I carry on, let's move on to another song, which is called Lily. And this is a song I believe he played some time back. I don't have so much information, but if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find my playlist, and you can, do some more research about his music and the artist if you really like his music. Okay, let's move on to the next track. And I hope you enjoy it. That the last track is still on my mind, but let's move on to the next one. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're trying to stay safe, and taking good care of yourselves. All right. Okay, please bear with me. Yes, technology is not really working in my favor today, but we're gonna get to it. We're here, and we'll get to that. We're gonna get to it. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the sounds. Okay, so let's move on to this. So I want to play Lily, but my connection here is not the best. But we'll try. Let's try to make the best of this. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, so this is the track of this song is Hoko. Okay, all right. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Manu. Coco di Bangola. Oh, guys, bear with me. Technology is really giving me the challenge, but we're not going. Let's keep going. Oh, dear God. Come on, Dibango. Come on, let's do this. Come on, Dibango. All right, so guys, as we pick up with the technology, I think I'm gonna move on to his article, to the article about him, and share some more information as we get our backup here going with the connection and everything. It's that weird time of the hour, and for some reason, because it's a weekend, and you know, I guess everybody's on there, so I'm having a little bit of a challenge. But as this goes on, let's continue on getting to know more about Manu Dibango. Okay, shall we? All right. So so I stopped off at for his part when he found that snow was exotic, and he tried to post some home in an envelope. Okay, now moving on. He was adopted by the community and settled quickly into the French way of life. But his individuality, his culture, roots, and possibly memories of volunteers prevented him from accepting the complete national identity expected by his host country. Due to his parents having different ethnic backgrounds, he was never satisfied with an imposed identity. He was happy to be classified as an African musician, he was unhappy to be classified as an African musician, preferring to be considered as an artist than an African. Interesting. Considered, I guess he didn't want to be put in a box. Okay, so moving on. Considered too old to take up the violin, he preferred instruments. I beg your pardon. Considered to be too old to take up a violin, his preferred instrument. He studied classical piano for 4 years. His fellow students included Francis Bebe, who would become a novelist and musicologist, with whom Dibango played classical and jazz pieces. Although for student dances, they became a blues band. While he was on holiday in 1953, a friend lent him a saxophone, and Dibango took to the instrument, enrolling for 2 years of private tuition. After doing the rounds of French jazz clubs, he moved to Belgium, where his soulful style attracted the owner of the Bantu Club. Within months, Dibango had been signed up by Joseph Kasebele, the founding father of modern Congolese music, whose band African Jazz spearheaded a music revolution in Africa. In Brussels, he also met his future wife, Marie-José, also known as Coco, whom he married in 1957. Okay, so let's see if we can get back to the music, and so we can carry on with some dancing, and then I'll come back and share some more information. All right, we're back.
51% en vie dans le pays. Toi, tu cherches seulement les femmes mariées. Ah, ah. Ça, c'est ce qu'on appelle le débat. Trouble, trouble man.
Oh, come on, Manu. right, so once again, that was Manu Dibango. Welcome to Exhibit Africa Live. This is your host, Christine. I'm delighted to have you here today as we wrap up the beautiful month of September, the special September. September is a special month to us because it's our annual anniversary. So we're wrapping up the festivities of September as far as we go. And I'm so delighted that you're here to share that with us. Now, as we wrap up, I'm sharing the music of one of Africa's legendary musician, and that's Manu Dibango. If you've heard of Makossa, he's the gentleman behind that music. And as I shared music before, he got Michael, another legend, got into trouble with Dibango for using his word in one of his songs, which if you missed that part, please wind back this video. You will get the story behind that. But I understand they sorted out of court and everything was okay. So we're sharing the sounds of Manu Dibango. I don't want to keep talking because we had quite some chat there and we got some interruptions. So I want to share the next track with you, which is called Lily. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we don't get any more interruption. This is another beautiful piece by Manu Dibango with his band Soul Makossa. Okay, and then after that we'll get back. I'll share some more information about his journey and how he became one of Africa's legendary and outstanding musician. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next track here. Let's see the title of this track. I hope I can. So his music is in French and a language in Cameroon. So I'm not a French speaker, so bear with me. But I love the sounds of his music. So let's carry on. As they say, music transcends all borders, languages, and ethnicities. So let's enjoy the music of Manu Dibango. Let's go. Oh. I hope we're all doing fine and having a fun time here. I think my TikTok friends are seeing me in an angle, in a whole different angle.
Suck it.